How's it going, everyone? Doc here with Eyes Wide Shot Gaming, and today I am very excited to bring you a package deal of a build. We will be going over a mod build like no other, where we can melt bosses with almost any mod we equip to our weapon. We are still trucking towards our 1000 subscriber milestone, in which we'll be doing a huge giveaway, so please don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all of your gaming tips, builds, news, and more. Let's jump right in and see the moving pieces of this build that make it tick. We start right off with our primary archetype, which is Archon. Our main objective is to stay on top of our elemental damage, but not omit the importance of mod generation. So the prime perk with Archon being Tempest is a solid platform to begin at, with it generating 3 mod power per second, as well as casting a mod increases all mod generation by 100% for 10 seconds. To this archetype, we have the skill Chaos Gate attached. Chaos Gate conjures up an area that grants us and our teammate a 15% increase to all damage we deal, as well as 25% increased mod generation. The downside being that we will be taking 15% more damage from all sources. Fair trade if you ask me. The second archetype we have is Ritualist, with its Wrath damage perk helping us increase the damage we put out to enemies that are affected by a negative status effect by 20%. With it, the skill Miasma, casting out an AoE which basically covers the enemies in the main 4 elemental damages Remnant 2 has to offer. This effect lasts a whopping 23.5 seconds. Looking at our amulet, we already see the path taken with this build. Jester's Bell, which increases both mod and skill cast speed by 35%, as well as casting a skill or mod increases all damage by 20% for 15 seconds. This is something that will consistently be active, allowing us to really pump out that damage. Our first ring is the Alumni Ring, a static increase to all elemental damage we deal by 10%. For our second ring, we have the Hanai Crystal equipped. The importance of this ring is the synergy it offers our build with the 5% additional damage increase for each status effect we dish out. With just our Miasma skill, we already rake up that number to 20%. The third ring, another one of great importance, the Stone of Malevolence. We want elemental damage, but we can't forget mod power generation, so we can keep dishing out that power. So with this ring, we generate an additional 15% mod power when we deal elemental damage, something we will be doing non-stop. And finally, our fourth ring, we go back to the damage numbers and use Band of the Fanatic, increasing status effect damage by 25% and reducing status effect duration by 65%. But we don't really care about the duration, since we will be unleashing elemental damage continuously. Let's move on over to the secondary weapon. We can go ahead and alternate between a few, but I truly enjoyed using the Nebula with its Nano Swarm mod that drops all that acid onto the enemy, revealing something truly magical in the corrosive department. Along with it, we have the Mutator Prophecy involved, letting us increase mod power generation by 6%, stacking up to 5 times and reducing mod power requirement of Nanoswarm by 10%. We should give Mel and Danny a call because this is certainly a lethal weapon. For our melee, I went for something with some elemental power as well. I equipped the Krell Axe. If not for nothing else, the mod itself is more than enough for me doing all that overloaded shock damage. Now we get to the good stuff. Now we can see our primary weapon, Sparkfire Shotgun. Not only does it do fire damage already, but with it, we have the Mutator Maelstrom, which increases the weapon's elemental damage by 10% for each unique elemental status effect on the target, as well as increases mod power generation of elemental damage and status damage by 20%. Wait, are we forgetting something? Absolutely not. The mod I equipped is Voltaic Roger. It launches a slow-moving orb that pulses every half a second, striking enemies with shock and applying overloaded. But this can be swapped with almost any mod, from the Fire Tornado all the way to Space Crabs. The choices are endless. Our Relic Heart is Constrained Heart along with elemental damage, and mod duration. This entire build synergizes exceptionally well for speed and power, leaving us with 103 health, 103 stamina, and 225.6 armor. Our traits aren't very difficult to allocate. with a main focus on spirit, expertise, and amplitude. Let's take a look at this build in action with a few different mods. As you can see, this build truly is just as strong as it is absurdly easy to use. I hope this video helped you discover a new build to try, or maybe even inspire you to try to create your very own build from scratch. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and until next time, so long.